Welcome, 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 everybody. I am BC the Tishvite, BC the Hebrew. Y'all know. But guess what? I got a surprise for y'all. Now, the other night, that's why I say, man, when you plan to do something, man, the spirit or the Ruach might have something else. I promise y'all that I was going to have my nephew, T. I was going to have my cousin Lee come on, and that's who we're going to hear from. And they got questions for you. So the title is Deja Vu and the Test of Your Faiths. Faiths with the S all around the world. All faiths. Come see if you are ready for the truth. Shalom, blessings, Dana Sanders. Bless. Oh, excuse me. I'm learning not to say that. Excuse me. Shalom, Baraka. Barukatah Hashem, which means the same thing. But my pure intent of heart of what I say and what I speak, but I'm trying to learn. And as you elevate and as you grow, when you learn better, you do better. So I'm going to turn it over to the hands of T. We are speaking in Mulberry, Florida, Bradley. So we're going to let T and Lee get the speaking, and then we'll get into Deja Vu. The testing of all faiths is coming from them. We want comments. This is Q&A time. Let's get it. Go ahead, Brother T. You got the flow.
All right, basically, I'm saying I just want to ask a lot of people. I grew up in the Christian religion or whatever. Grew up the traditional Christian way. So a lot of people know that traditional Christian way was misled, manipulated, reworded, and all types of sort of things. So it's like I would just ask a lot of Christians, especially a lot of Black Christians, what is your real knowing? What is your real knowledge of the Christian religion? Do you know the background of it, the deepness of it, or is it just something you was raised up to be taught? That's more like it's more like a lifestyle, because a lot of people treat it like it's a lifestyle. Oh, Jesus Christ, I believe in Jesus, but a lot of people don't know the true definition of Jesus or what Christ means or what the whole situation meant. And I just get on this basically because I'm a firm believer in what I grew up in, but it's a lot of people that I miss, and it's a lot of knowledge that I don't got about this religion. And I was taught so much. I just felt for all the Christian people. See, it's hard for me to think. I got, I'm new on here, so I'm not really used to talking.
Take your time.
It's just all the Christian people. I want everybody to know that when you looking into this religion, you got to know in your spirit and your heart and your mind on what you really believe in, because they painted images of the religion physically that don't match the history of the religion and where it really truly come from. You know what I'm saying? It's not about a race thing, because everybody know that by now should know that melanated people started a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? And true Christian people was never what people thought they was. You know what I'm saying? Like everything about that religion was based around when it first started. Like we're leading up to Jesus. We're gonna start talking with Jesus. He was salvation. People think that Jesus, like what the Muslims and a lot of different religions will probably say is like, oh, Jesus wasn't God. A lot of people need to know that Jesus wasn't portraying himself as the highest power of God. He was the salvation of God. He did what God wasn't going to come and do for the people. You know what I'm saying? Was forgive us for all the sins that we've been doing.
Basically, he was our messenger. We are all the sons and daughters of God. We are made in his image.
Let's get on to the topic of the duty of Jesus. That's what I want a lot of people to understand, is the duties of him. You know what I'm saying? What was his duty in what was his purpose on this earth. His purpose was to come and teach. He taught us for 33 years, as he and then he died on the cross for the sins of the Hebrews. A lot of people need to understand that Jesus didn't die. He died for the all around abundance of people, but Jesus passed away for his people. It was very specific in the text of the Bible that he is our. So that means certain. You know what I'm saying? So that means not everyone. But the fact that when you believe in Jesus, first off, got to know that he's not a white man. You don't know that Jesus is not a white man, then you don't know you don't know exactly who you're praying to at all. And that's the whole thing with this religion, is you gotta know in your mind and your spirit, not what you was taught, but you gotta know faithfully who you are praying to. God said it's a very specific way that you pray, very specific way that you give your prayers away to be answered. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm very Neanderthalish with the way I'm speaking right now, because I still got a lot to learn. I just want to let people know that don't shoot this religion down off of what the Roman Catholic Empire built this religion to be today, which is a lie.
They built this religion to undermine us of our true culture and our true nationality. Our true nationality is we are Hebrew. We are strongest one. We come in greater numbers.
The chosen tribe.
We are the chosen one. So when they come here to get us, they're going to stop them. They're going to try to stop them, but you cannot stop the act of God. They cannot stop them. This is already set in stone. It's just for us to realize our nationality. Once you first realize our nationality, that will make us stronger beings. Because how did you say it? We're not celestials, but
no, we celestials. We're not extraterrestrial.
We celestials, but not extraterrestrial. Yeah, they leave me. We does have, like, that means we are like superhumans. Like, basically, we are made in the image of him, of the highest, of the high.
Right. And you know what I'm saying? With that being said, you know what I'm saying? Certain people, and I don't want to take it to a lot of racial things, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it very respectful, because all people are for God. It's what your faith lies in. But you know what I'm saying? A lot of Caucasian people have took the history from behind where we really and truly come from. So with us not knowing the history of where we come from, therefore you don't even have the knowledge or even have the understanding of where to even start to reconstruct like the way black people are supposed to live. You know what I'm saying? Like they all say, everybody on TikTok, everybody's seeing people waking up. This is the era of people awakening themselves. But a lot of people got to know the way to spread the message through comfort and love, and not just through, oh, y'all lied, y'all did this. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know that. We knew this before we knew they lied before we even knew the truth. You know what I'm saying? But we had to figure out the truth, and it's starting to come back. And a lot of people that's tapping into our ancient history, of our ancient melanated black people history, is like you're starting to unlock memories from your ancestors, and you start to gain knowledge, and you start to gain information that you didn't even reach out to find. It just starts to come to you naturally. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm still in my 20s, but I'm my heart rolling over. I've been through a lot. I always knew God, but the Christian people who call themselves Christian, because I'm rolling over. Like I say, I'm a Christian, but I'm more of a Hebrew. I'm starting to turn to a Hebrew. I know I'm a Hebrew. I feel it in my soul.
It's in your heart, soul, and mind. All it is, just the connection.
Now, deja vu. All right. I am the first. I am the last. Alpha. AL mean God, y'all. PH is science. I am the light, physics. of sound, because Omega has I am the Most High, I am everything. So Christmas, y'all. All right, let's get it right. We've been piping for a long time.
Yes, sir.
And the universe has manifested to be true. Now we know Christmas is not got nothing to do with Yeshua and salvation. That's the Antichrist worship of the baby that comes from Mithra, which in our books is a Medo-Persian god. And also other things like Nimrod and his son Tammuz and Semiramis. All right. So as you can understand, that goes before Yeshua, and Yeshua is not going to be part of no evil. That's what the words say. My realm ain't of this realm.
Right.
I don't come from where y'all are. I don't even think like y'all.
Right.
It's higher thinking than y'all, meaning mankind. So we understand this, right? That Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2 through 6 told you don't cut down no evergreen. Mithra. Persia now, because Daniel, by this same God, was having trouble 21 days when he was praying from the same Mithra. And he was praying for us because it was said that in the latter day, we were going to go rogue and worship every God there was but the right one. That's what it say now, starting at Deuteronomy. We can go further back than that, in the beginning of beginnings.
Our ancient ancestors written this in stone. Look at the ancient civilization. It tells us everything. All it is for
hidden,
us.
it's hidden. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta find the truth. That's what archaeology is for. That's why white people are trying to take over the archaeology and take over that type of line of work, because they want to alter. They want to take the truth back. The Gentiles are gonna take the truth, analyze it, study it, and then they're gonna find ways to tweak it just good enough, but not too much, into believing a whole nother purpose of what it really was, what the true definition of it was from the beginning. So, and then when you putting hundreds of years behind teaching somebody something that's wrong, and they can't find the truth physically to see it or hear it with their eyes and their mouth, you know what I'm saying? It's hard for them to find. It's hard for them to believe, because now you can whitewash, brainwash, whatever you want to call it. They washing everything, turning it blank, and then they rewriting all the scripts in your head in the way that they talk. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be real conscious of what you fucking focusing on. You know what I'm saying? You got to be real conscious of what path you walking in, because what you believing in a certain thing and walking in the path and it's wrong,
Open up your mind.
you can get opened up to possibilities, to things that you not supposed to be susceptible. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to goddamn. You can't believe that Jesus was a white Caucasian man and think that you're gonna get into heaven when you know what I'm saying, because that's not the way that you were taught so long. But this world is broad enough for you to stop where you at, stop what your mother taught you, stop what your daddy, your grandma, whoever the fuck teach you this, and seek out your personal self. Once you turn 18, your spirit is disconnected from, once you turn grown, your spirit is disconnected from your parents. Therefore, you don't have to live about how they want you to live. Therefore, you're a free spirit. You go out and find the truth. And you got a whole lifetime to do it. But if you die early, not going down the path that God created for you, which everybody know you have two paths that you can alternate. You create a third one if you want to, but it's just how far you want to take yourself off track. You got to stay on track. You got to find the truth. If you don't find the truth, then you're going to die in vain. You're going to die with lies. Your soul is not going to be at peace, or it's not going to get taken care of in this life after this life here. This realm here is just practice for the next. But God would be very ashamed of you to be a black man and you been sitting down on your knees, halfway praying, already going against what you praying about. You're lying, and then you believing that he was goddamn what the hell they painting on these pictures all around the world. You know what I'm saying? And he's not You know what I'm saying? He that lost, lost, lost.
So the evergreen goes all the way back to the tree knowledge of good and evil.
Right.
But it's Mithra. It is a pagan sorcery that has been implanted in our minds to suck in the youth to turn away from the power of the pineal gland of what we call faith. That's the true power of receiving the Holy Spirit of the all-seeing eye of the one and only true living God of Israel, which spoke that during Passover, Christ was born. Passover, y'all. The first of the month, the lamb that was going to be slain, the tender bud. None of that is going on in the winter solstice. Who told you these things? You know. People who told the lie and didn't know the truth. Exactly what these spirits by the Holy Ruach is telling. Everybody talks different.
Right.
It's not about what's being said. It's about, can you call them a lie? Can you say spirit, souls, you're lying? If you can't do that, then your heart telling you is truth. That's nature,
Right.
which teaches us God's word. You see what I'm saying? No, that's all right. Yeah. So I'm about to turn it back over. I was talking about deja vu, meaning that we know the word is real. We know the Most High is real. We know we are gods. But to come down and talk about gifts and pagans and stuff like that, that's not deja vu-ish, because the words say, whatever I didn't put in your purpose is a lie. And a lie don't exist. It's not real. You didn't come from me.
And another thing on deja vu. Deja vu is basically, you can call it whatever you want to call it, but deja vu is somewhat of time travel. Basically saying parallel universe.
Telling you the future. You know what I'm saying? It's basically a warning. It can be
Thank
a
you,
warning.
God.
It can be something that's imminent. It can be fake, but it's your intuition giving you. It's your intuition showing you something that's not happening yet through another state of consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be asleep, you might be daydreaming, and then you think about something vividly, and then you find yourself doing it. And if it was something, you know what I'm saying? If you know you're walking down the wrong path, you gotta try your best to alter it. You know what I'm saying? But like brother BC the Hebrew said, people gotta start knowing what to focus their belief and their spirit. But at the end of the day, it's about soul. Soul is what's gonna keep living on. Whether, you know what I'm saying, whether it's gonna be in heaven, in a good place, purgatory, or what people know as hell. All of these places right here are just places. These are just things that are created in the mind. You know what I'm saying? If your soul is focused on being evil, its whole existence in the shell and in this realm, in this reality, physical reality, then once it go to a supernaturality, it got to be placed to where it got to be placed in a place where its aura on earth revolved around. You revolved around bad things, terrible things, out of spite, envy, jealousy, and just pure hatred and evil. Then that, you know, so you can't be placed in a place that's you can't be put in a harmony place. You can't be put in a peaceful place after death, because shit, the possibilities is limitless after life. You know what I'm saying? On earth, we're limited to basically what Satan knows let us do. They control the religion, they control everything, the music, everything. I tell a lot of people, you got to know what you putting your energy in. All the way down from the religion, all the way down from being the spiritualism, all the way to you signing a contract to be a rapper and signing onto a musical label. You have to know what you signing up for.
Without reading the contract, like, you can sign your soul over that easy without knowing that you're gonna sign your fucking soul over. They tricking us, like, with that music shit. They is tricking us. Oh my eyes! Like bad. They doing us in the worst way. They don't want us to be good. They wanna keep us down.
Go ahead, you can finish what you were saying.
But they want us to be under them, forever under them. That means they want to forever control us, forever control us.
And like I say, with the music industry, that's just a way for them to trick black people into thinking. That's just a way for them to trick black people. Because, like what I say, they say it's a white man's world. Hold on, we got a lot of noise. Sit down. The contracts that these record labels write up for us is that they basically just to make us slave. Is modern day slavery. That's really all it is. If they put you under a contract that's 360, anything that's 360 goes around and around and around forever. It never ends. That's the way they call it, a 360 deal. It's something that's going to spin around you forever. You know what I'm saying? They're going to put you some kind of restriction on you, but they're going to have access to your shit for life. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's your money, whether it's your name, whether it's your bank accounts, any business you create under their label and you get them to finance it through them, they take it. It's that people think of it as more satanic, but a lot of it, some of it is satanic, some of it is evil, but most of it is just a slave contract. You know what I'm saying? But they giving you they letting you entertain, they letting you do what you love from the beginning, but the way they want you to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's the trick behind it. It's just a way for them to give you money to be a slave. They paying niggas to be slaves now. Basically that. I'm just put it like, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't just people of Caucasian descent, it's black people doing it, everyone's doing it. You know what I'm saying? They pay people to be slaves. Basically, that's all it is. So,